Hello, I'm Nathalie Dupree and I'm here for postandcourier.com, and I am doing a fabulous mayonnaise inside of really simple deviled eggs. First, we're going to start with homemade mayonnaise. Homemade mayonnaise is lemon juice, vinegar, a little mustard, egg yolks or whole eggs, depending on how light you want them to be, and oil. Olive oil or your favorite sail oil, salt and pepper. And that is the base for many other things, like you can add curry or anything else you'd like to. I'm going to add a little hot pepper to this. So I'm going to do a whole egg mayonnaise, but it could be egg yolk mayonnaise. First thing that you do is get a whisk. Now, and whisk the eggs until they're thick. I'm trying to get some volume in there right away. So you get here and you whisk it until it can almost, I don't want to say leave a trail, but be close to wanting to leave a trail. If you want to, it's a smart idea to put a towel underneath so that your bowl doesn't walk. And I'm going to add just that little pinch of hot pepper. It could be paprika. And a little salt. Sometimes salt helps it get a little bump. I've got a Dijon mustard, tablespoon or so of Dijon mustard in there. And then for every egg or two, I add up to half a cup of oil. And I'm adding my oil, and I'm adding it very slowly. You see? Now, there's a way that you can add it off of a spoon as well if you don't have something that will let you pour it slowly. What you're trying to do is to create enough air bubbles that it will not, the oil will have some place to go, if you will. So there's that. Here is some that I had done to this point. Did it earlier in the day, and you can see that it's just a little looser than what I would want it to be. So I can re-whip it, or I can add some store-bought mayonnaise to it, and that'll help pull it together. It's not exactly cheating. Now let me add my vinegar. Here it is. It could be vinegar or lemon juice or whatever. And there you are, homemade mayonnaise. Keep it refrigerated. It'll last up to a week, depending on how much lemon juice or vinegar you get in there. You don't ever want to serve homemade mayonnaise to someone that's elderly or to a small child or someone that's ill, because there is a very small possibility that they may get sick from the eggs. Now, that is very rare because it almost always happens only in restaurants where they do bulk cooking. But of course, anything can happen. Now for our deviled eggs. And I have learned something this last few months that is incredible to me. I always have had trouble peeling eggs when I'm boiling them. And we have a whole thing on how to boil eggs. But what I didn't know until Donald Barrickman told me is that if you add a tablespoon or two of baking soda to the water when you're cooking the eggs will peel. Who could believe that? And I'm going to show you how to fill this. First, you want to pop out the yolks. Notice there's no green in these yolks. And get a grater, a little tiny grater or a microplane, or I love this gadget for this. And pop your yolks into it. Be sure your egg yolks are cold, because if your egg yolks are hot, they will clump. You just grate these egg yolks into your container. For 12 egg yolks, you use about 1/4 of a cup of mayonnaise, and this can be store-bought or homemade. A little mustard. If you wanted to add capers, you could, or herbs or anything like that, and just stir it all together. Cut the ends off of a plastic bag and insert a tip into the bag. So you take your plastic bag and you push the filling out, going around the center. If you wanted to, You could add a little more, a little thyme, and you could put that in earlier or later, and it makes a pretty little garnish. You can top it with a little paprika, you know that, or whatever else you want to. It's your egg. You get to do whatever you want to. And there we are. The recipe's in the paper today. Pretty, pretty deviled eggs, and so easy. I'm Nathalie Dupree, here for PostandCourier.com.